I got this one. This is actually a little bit different. This is more towards the area of having your parents still alive, okay? And them being Trump's supporters, specifically dads. Because there's this weird... Look, I don't want to be the guy that sits up here and says, men are just dumber than women. But I think since Trump took office or ran for office, I think that we've been proving it. I think that men have not been doing themselves any favor, specifically white men, have not been doing themselves any favors when it comes to Donald Trump. We've just been proving over and over again, old white men should no longer be in charge of this country. And this guy, his name is, or the person who shared this, I don't actually know who is this. Okay. Formerly Fat Steven is the person who made this video. And it is, my dad is a simp for Donald Trump. So I want you guys to watch this, and we'll talk about it a little bit.
But I watch how my dad looks and talks about Donald Trump and realize he never loved me. My dad has never talked about me once in such high regard. I don't know how Trump turned all of our dads into simps. Just little pay pigs. He might die.
Dude, pay pigs is the best fucking possible term that you could use. Like, he's got a stranglehold on their bank accounts. And they have to ask the man whether or not they can spend the money. He called him a pay pig. It's such a weird world to live in right now where this is how we have to think about our parents. What is this? Can we stop it? Can we fix it? Is there a solution?
Donate to him. He'd probably send him $25. He gave me $5 when I graduated high school. I'm trying to do everything I can to afford to not have to put him in a home.
Dude, that's literally what I've been saying forever. Is that, like, there are grandparents out there right now trying to make the decision of whether or not to put a $20 bill in a birthday card to send to their grandchildren. They're saying to themselves, like, well, we don't have any money because, the government shut down and all my benefits ain't coming in. And, but Donald Trump just sent me a message saying he's trying to get into heaven and he needs a few more dollars from me. So I got to well, do I give the $20 to my grandkid or do I send it to Donald Trump? Well, you know what? I better send it to Donald Trump. You know why? Because Donald Trump is going to make sure that my grandkid has a good life. Because if these liberals get a hold of the country, they're just going to destroy it. And then my grandkid ain't going to have a good life. Like, that's where they're at.
Graduated high school, even graduated college. Graduated college, he gave me $20. I should have run for president. He probably would have given me at least 25. I don't know if anybody else feels this way, but I watch how my dad looks and talks about Donald Trump and realize he never loved me.
Yeah, that's crazy. How crazy is that? Like, what is this? What are boomers doing? You know what I just saw you guys the other day? I saw that they said Generation X is going to be the first generation that's going to need to subsist off of UBI, and that's not a good thing. Okay, that's a bad thing because there's no UBI, there's no framework for it currently being looked at. I mean, there is some states are giving it a shot, but we're not in a good place. And you think about it, all these people are boomers. Boomers are the luckiest fucking people that have ever lived. They grew up during a time where they could purchase homes. They grew up during a time where the government subsidized housing and, like, literally gave people fucking loans that they could afford. They grew up during a time where a progressive president, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, taxed the rich. Even Eisenhower, who was a Republican, continued Roosevelt's policies on taxing the rich and straight up told rich people, like, really sorry, I know you guys voted for me, but at the end of the day, this shit works. Like, boomers had so much going on for them from this time, And instead of looking at that time and being like, yo, we had pensions, dog. No one has pensions now. Instead of saying, like, we actually got to benefit from Social Security, and Social Security's still here for us right now, and it won't be for people in the future. They're going to get 30% less than what they did if they ever get to retire, because the retirement age is going to be like 72 by that time. Instead of taking that, conservative boomers are like, let's just throw it all away. You literally, if you're a conservative boomer, you know that you benefited from the most progressive presidents of our time. The New Deal is the most progressive legislation that has existed in this country ever. And you benefited from that shit. And you're just like, I'm going to vote for Trump so that way we can just burn all this shit down before we go. I'm Generation X. It's going to fucking suck. What is UBI, Tammy? UBI is Universal Basic Income. So the idea of Universal Basic Income is, it actually comes from Andrew Yang. And I'm sure a lot of you guys have shit on Andrew Yang, and I'm going to say I am very disappointed in all of you, just so you guys know. Andrew Yang does say and do some stupid shit sometimes, but the idea of UBI didn't come from Andrew Yang, but he was a huge supporter of UBI, I think 5 years ago or maybe 8 years ago. And he was talking about, he actually gave $1,000 a month to people out of his own pocketbook. Just so you guys know, if you guys don't know this about Andrew Yang, I can't remember how many people it was. Was it 100 people? He gave $1,000 a month to for like a year to see whether or not they would quit their job, whether or not they would take reduced hours, whether or not they become fat and lazy and just live off of it, all of those things, right? And I think Denver also did a UBI. I want to say South Africa has done UBI. And the idea is that automation is going to take so many jobs. Like, it's already taking truckers' jobs. It's already taking taxi drivers' jobs. It's going to take up so many of those jobs that if we don't give money to people to keep them afloat, to keep them housed, to keep them fed, to keep them within electricity and such, to have heat and air conditioning and stuff, that it's going to become such a huge burden on society. All the people that are like poor and dying and out of work and committing crime and stuff like that, that it would make more sense to have a welfare state and give them universal basic income to substitute for the money that they lost due to AI, right? And even guys like fucking Sam Altman and Peter Thiel and all these guys, they're actually for UBI, just so you guys know. Like, you call a spade, right? Call balls and strikes. All of them are for UBI. So, like, if you don't have UBI, shit's going to fall apart. And it's going to get bad. And people are going to commit crimes. And people will eventually, revolt against the government. So, I mean, it's just the only way that really it can go. Like, AI is going to take a lot of people's jobs. Just so you guys know, I've seen recently an increase in marketing people applying at my job, because I was just talking to one of them in an interview, and she was saying it's no longer SEO, which is search engine optimization. Now it's generative engine optimization. And so it sounds like a lot of people in marketing are now losing their jobs to AI. So it is happening. Truck drivers are losing their jobs. Taxi drivers are losing their jobs. Marketing engineers are losing their jobs. People are losing their jobs at UBI, and this is going to get a whole lot worse really fast in the next couple of years. Somebody has to do something about it. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell, and check out that video on the screen now.